Um, no, I think that's all.
Okay, when you see that prompt, go ahead and hit it, and you can talk to either Z or Nancy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Deborah Ramirez. Ramirez. Ms. Ramirez, can you hear me? Ms. Ramirez, you need to unmute.
Hello.
There you go.
Can you?
I
I'm
can
so
hear you
sorry.
now.
I'm perfect. I'm new to this. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Are you able to do video or just audio?
Just audio. Let me see if I can do video. Start.
It really doesn't matter. If you can't, that's all right.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Ramirez, I'm
Okay.
going to ask you some questions. Are you going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ramirez, you have two cases from 2019, one for speeding, 31 20-mile zone, and one for failure to appear. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
You posted personal bonds, which got you here today. To each of those cases, Ms. Ramirez, there are three pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those three pleas mean?
Yes, sir.
And to the offense of speeding, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty.
Okay, do you want to have a trial with a judge or a jury?
Or actually, let's see. Not guilty. So no contest.
Okay, you want to change it to no contest?
Yes,
You
please.
understand the difference between no contest and not guilty?
What is the difference?
Not guilty is saying, no, I was not speeding and I want the state to prove the case against me if they're able to do so using whatever witnesses they may have. No contest means, well, I'm not going to tell you I did it, but I'm not going to tell you I didn't do it. But usually on a no contest plea, it will result in a finding of guilt simply because you're not denying the charges against you.
Okay. I do remember, you know, what happened. And I was actually, it was like from a stop sign to a light.
Don't tell me about the case, because if you're pleading not guilty, I can't hear anything from you without hearing from the state's witness. Just like if the state's witness was sitting here in front of me, I couldn't hear anything that he had to say or she had to say without also having you present. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm guessing you haven't had to go through this before. So,
No.
so do you want to plead no contest or not guilty?
Okay, so let me go ahead and plead not guilty.
Okay. Do you want to have a trial with a judge or a jury?
With a judge.
Okay. Ms. Ramirez, okay, then on the failure to appear, how do you plead on that case?
On that, sir, not guilty as well. There was mail theft at my apartment complex. So I never received any, like the hearing of the court hearing.
Well, your first court hearing would have been, on the bottom of your citation. So, but that, you can plead not guilty, that's fine. Yeah, I'm looking at the citation. Your first appearance date was on 12/3, and then your second appearance date was on 12/17. But anyway, okay, so you're pleading not guilty on that case. On that case, you want to have a trial with a judge or a jury?
The same, sir, with a judge.
Okay, Ms. Ramirez, we're going to flip you over to talk to either Z or Nancy. Those are two of our court clerks,
Okay.
so that they can get your current email address and mailing address and phone number and so they can email you some paperwork. So you'll know when the pretrial order is. They'll also send you a copy of the complaint. The complaint is the copy of the document that is the document that actually charges you with the offense. And it's generated from the citation. All right?
Okay.
So when
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. When you see the prompt on the screen, go ahead and hit that, and then you can talk to either Z or Nancy.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
Thank
Ramirez.
you.
Don't hang up, hit that prompt.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, who's on the phone ending in 760? Who's on the phone ending in 760? Who's on the phone ending in 760, please? Whoever it is, you're muted.
Your
Hello.
Honor,
Hello, who's on the phone, please?
Calvin Beck. Good morning.
Mr. Beck?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Beck. Let's pull your file here real quick.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Beck, so I'm going to ask you some questions. I can't see you, so
Okay.
I have to ask you, you're going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Beck. Mr. Beck, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to that offense, Mr. Beck, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes, sir.
And to the offense, possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And is this your first drug-related offense, Mr. Beck?
Yes, sir.
And could you pass a drug test today, do you think?
Yes, sir.
Since it's your first offense, Mr. Beck, I can consider probating you through what's called deferred disposition. The conditions of the deferred is you still pay a fee, but you have to go 6 months without any drug or alcohol cases, and you also have to do 6 hours of community service. The deferred disposition fee is $340. Complete your deferral without any other issues involving drugs or alcohol, and I can dismiss the case at the end of 6 months. Pick up another case in any jurisdiction, that's going to be an issue, but at least for today's purposes, you're eligible for deferred if you wish to take advantage of that. On the flip side, if you just want to pay the fine and court cost and be done with it, you can do that, but it does go on your record.
It will go on my record if I pay.
If you just pay the fine, yes, sir.
What's the possibility of it not? What's the criteria that I need?
The possibility that it doesn't go on your record is if you complete your deferred disposition period without any other offenses involving either drugs or alcohol.
I could do that.
Are you able to pay the $340 today?
Not today. I wanted to know if I can have a chance with the possibility of an additional time frame to pay it in full. I just started working last week. I was homeless at the time when the constables found me at the park, sleeping with the aroma of the smell of marijuana. And they found that object in my car with my girlfriend on my birthday. I was just handed down with assistance from the city of San Antonio, blessed with 3 months of stability at a hotel last week from the homeless shelter. I started back working 3 days ago at the bakery downtown. I'm able to pay that if you give me the opportunity with some time, if you can, Your Honor.
I can give you some time, Mr. Beck. Glad you're getting back on your feet. How much time do you need? Because we don't do payments, so you need to have the full $340. But how much time do you need?
Well, actually, yesterday when I called, I had 150, and last night, since I've been working 3 days, I don't have that full amount. But it shouldn't take me, and it's not going to take me that long. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, let's look at this and give you until. I'm gonna give you a little longer than that since you're trying to get back on your feet. I'm gonna give you till July 6th.
All right.
So that gives you about 6 weeks, if my math
That's
is right.
more than enough time.
And if you have the funds ahead of time before July 6th, call the court. You can make your payment by calling the court. Don't go online and pay it, because if you go online and pay it, it'll go in as a conviction, and I know you don't want that. So when you're ready to pay, if it's before July 6th, you call into the clerk's office, and we're gonna, in just a second, I'm gonna flip you over to talk to one of the clerks so that you can give them your email address, phone number, and current mailing address.
Okay.
So we'll know how to get in touch with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Beck, in just a second, you're gonna see a prompt on your, are you on a phone? I guess you are. You're on an iPhone. You should still see a prompt. Well, he's gone. Adrian Aguilar. Mr. Aguilar, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, you're muted, sir, or you're not connected to audio yet. Okay, you're muted, Mr. Aguilar. There you go.
There we go. Sorry about that.
It's all right, Mr. Aguilar. Looks like you're at work at a grocery store somewhere.
Yeah, I run and manage a CVS in New Braunfels, so I'm actually at work at the moment.
Okay. Raise your right hand for me, please. Mr. Aguilar, solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you may put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Aguilar, you were placed on deferred disposition
Yes.
on this case back on November the 17th of 2020. Since that date, have you been cited for any other offenses involving either drugs or alcohol?
No.
Have you received any speeding or other traffic citations?
No.
So nothing since you were here on November 17th, is that correct?
Nothing since since the speeding.
Okay, Mr. Beck, I'm sorry, Mr. Aguilar, I'll go ahead and dismiss this case. But this is a one-time shot. I mean, you're running 29 miles over and you're lucky I offered you a deferral, a chance to get it off your record. But don't do it again. You have to do it again.
Won't happen again.
Drive like that again, you will not have a deferred and it'll go in as a conviction.
Not a problem.
Hey, Mr. Aguilar, you can now leave the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Trailer, can you hear me, sir? T-R-A-I-L-E-R. Okay. Mr. Trailer, you just need to unmute, lower left-hand corner. There you are. Now I can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hey, Mr. Trailer, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You may put your hand down. Mr. Trailer, you're charged with the offense of possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Okay, to that offense, Mr. Trailer, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
No, can you explain it to me?
Guilty means you're going to tell me that, yes, Judge, I was in possession of drug paraphernalia. Not guilty says, nope, I wasn't in possession of anything, would be classified as drug paraphernalia. And I want the state to prove that case against me if they're able to do so. No contest means I'm not going to tell you I did, but I'm not going to tell you I didn't have drug paraphernalia.
No contest.
Is this your first drug-related offense?
Yes, sir.
Could you pass the drug test today?
No, sir.
Well, since it's your first case, Mr. Trailer, I can still consider probating you on the case. The fees are $370. If you
Wait, what's 370? I'm sorry, what's the? Could you repeat that again? Could you repeat what the 370 is?
Yes, sir. That's a probation fee, deferral fee, or you can just pay the fine amount and have it, it'll go on your record then. But if you'd like to have the chance to get it off your record, you pay a deferral fee. You're on probation for 6 months and you have to perform 6 hours of community service within 60 days.
If I want it off my record?
You want it off your record? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can we do that, please? Because I do
Yeah.
not want it on my record.
Okay. Are you able to pay the $370 today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Trailer, I'm going to place you on deferred disposition, probation for a period of 6 months. The only conditions of your probation after you pay your fees is don't have any drug or alcohol cases in the next 6 months. You get a traffic ticket for running a stop sign or something like that, that's not going to mess this up. But if you get another drug or alcohol case in any jurisdiction, not just here in Live Oak, then that'll be grounds to revoke your probation. You also have to do 6 hours of community service within 60 days. I don't tell you where to go because I don't know what your schedule is. But it needs to be at any nonprofit or charitable organization.
Non-profit or charitable organization. Yes, sir.
Church, food bank, Goodwill, Salvation Army. There's numerous opportunities. If you're sports oriented, you can always try to go work for a sports group, kids youth group, working concession stand or something like that at a ball field. Just anything that you can come up with.
You said 60 hours.
No, 6 hours.
Oh, 6 hours.
6 hours within 60 days.
Okay, I'm all right.
And we're going to mail you some paperwork. But in just a minute, I'm going to have you talk to either Z or Nancy, and they can take your payment. And then they will also confirm your address, phone number, and email address. They will email you a copy of the court's order, which tells you everything you need to do. It's very important that when you get that order, you sign it, fill in the information down at the bottom, and return it to us. Because until we receive that signed order back, you're not on deferred. So make sure you get that back to us.
Yes,
So in
sir.
just a second, you're going to see a prompt there on your screen to go into a breakout room or waiting room. When you see that, hit that button and you'll talk to Z or Nancy.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You do the same, sir. Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Elijah Hernandez. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, you're muted right now, lower left-hand corner.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Hernandez, raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
And you may put your hand down. Mr. Hernandez, you're charged with the expired registration violation. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
To that offense, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Could you explain no contest to me?
Yes, sir. No contest means, well, Judge, I'm not going to tell you I did it, but I'm not going to tell you I didn't do it.
Oh, well, yeah, I did it. I'll just be, yeah, sorry.
Have you gotten it fixed?
I have the inspection report, but I didn't know that I was gonna have to go down to the tax office. So I waited last minute and all I have is the inspection report, but not the actual sticker.
Okay. There are regional tax offices where you don't have to go downtown. Trying to think. You're pretty close. Are you over in the Leon Valley area?
No, I'm over in like Live Oak, almost borderline San Antonio, Live Oak area.
Right. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, the normal fine on this case is $146, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you till June the 1st to get your get your registration done and turned into the court. If you get it turned in by June 1st, I'll dismiss the case with a $20 dismissal fee.
Sounds good.
Save you $126.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that.
Okay, in just a minute, we're gonna flip you over to talk to either Nancy or Z so that you can confirm your address, phone number, and email address with them. And they'll have your email address so that we can email you a copy of the reset form. Just make time to get it done, Mr. Hernandez. Save you $126.
I'll get it done before the end of the weekend. Promise you that, sir.
All right. Okay, well, when you see a prompt, go ahead and hit it, and you'll talk to Nancy or Z.
All right, you got it. Have a great day, sir.
You do the same, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Padilla, can you hear me? Ms. Padilla, can you hear me, sir?
Hello?
Mr. Padilla, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Joseph Padilla. Hey, Mr. Padilla, can you do video or just audio?
I don't have a camera. It's just audio.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you going to tell me the truth?
Yes, sir.
Usually I would swear you in, but since I can't see you and have you raise your right hand, it doesn't do me any good. So I just ask you if you're going to tell me the truth.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Padilla, you're charged with unsafe speed, traveling too fast for the conditions then existing. Do you understand what the charge is?
Yes.
To that offense, Mr. Padilla, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest.
Okay.
Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes.
And to the offense of unsafe speed, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
How old are you, Mr. Padilla?
21.
Okay, Ms. Padilla, the fine and court cost is $245, or I believe you're still eligible for defensive driving if you would prefer to do that and try to keep it off of your record.
If I could do that, that would be preferred.
The court costs are $144. Do you have that with you today?
I believe I do.
I'm going to have you talk to either Z or Nancy in a minute. You're going to see a prompt to go into a waiting room. You'll give them your payment information. You'll also need to email us your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Okay.
Then once you get that into us, we'll send you an order. You'll have 90 days to take and complete the defensive driving class. And you will also have to obtain a copy of your driving history, which you obtained from the Department of Public Safety. You can do everything online. The DPS record costs you $12. The defensive driving course online costs between 25 and 30, depending on which group you go with.
Okay.
Get everything turned in within 90 days, then the case can be dismissed. If you don't do it, then you'll receive a show cause notice, and most likely the opportunity to take the defensive driving will go away.
Okay.
So we are going to send you some paperwork, probably through email. When you get it, sign it, and return it to us. Because until you sign it and return it to us, you're not truly signed up for defensive driving.
Understood.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
But we're not going to tell you where to do defensive driving. That's going to be up to you.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
So you're going to see a prompt in just a second. When you see it, hit it. Okay.
For joining the room one.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Needham.
How are you?
All right. Hang on just a second while we pull your file.
Judge,
Yes.
I have his cases. We just received a letter of representation.
From who?
David A. Parent, the Parent Law Firm. It just came in this morning, right before court started.
So Dave Parent's representing him.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you from Bernie, Mr. Needham?
I'm from San Antonio.
Okay. I just know Dave practices up in Bernie. Okay. Well, if we got a letter of rep, we will let Mr. Parent deal with the prosecutor and see what he can do, or see if he wants to set it for trial, or whatever Dave wants to do. He's a good lawyer, so he'll do you a good job.
Yes, sir. He's trying to join the call right now. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, let's see.
If needed. If not, it's okay. I think that's what he was trying to.
Grace Ann Parent.
Well, they entered a plea of not guilty, so I'm going to have to set him for pretrial.
Yeah. Okay, Grace Ann Parent is holding Vicky.
I'm sorry, sir?
Grace Ann Parent is holding. Is that?
No, I don't see anybody. I don't see a phone. That Grace Ann Parent. Okay. Because
I don't know if that's, I would think Dave has his own email address, but just to be safe, if that's Dave, see if that's.
because that's not the, well, if it's an email, that's not the email I've got. Do you want me to try to bring them in, or?
No, that's okay. And Mr. Needham, right now, you can go ahead and leave the meeting because your attorney has filed a notice of appearance with a not guilty
Okay.
plea on your behalf. So you are excused.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, boss. Have a good day.
You do the same, sir.
Hey, Judge, how are you? Hang on, I can't hear. I'm trying to get my speakers back up.
Well, it's not you, it was me.
Oh, there you go. So how you doing this morning?
I'm okay. You sure don't look like Grace Ann.
Well, that's my daughter. I forgot to change the name on it.
Hey, we just talked to Mr. Needham.
Okay, great.
Vicky told me that you filed a notice of appearance, so we'll send you some paperwork for a pretrial setting. You can talk to the prosecutor.
Sounds great. I appreciate it very much.
You doing okay?
Doing better, man. I've gained about 10 pounds back since I was sick.
I didn't know you were sick.
Oh, I had COVID for almost a month. Lost 20 pounds, and it was not something you want to go through.
Oh, I lost about 10 pounds when I had it, but it only lasted for me about 8 days, and I only had 2 bad days.
Oh, I had about 7 bad days in a row, and finally got some good drugs prescribed from a doctor friend of mine down in Corpus, and that's what kind of turned the corner. And I'm still having some side effects, but nothing major. Just I can't sleep at night. I go to bed and I sleep 2 or 3 hours, and that's about it.
Yeah, I had two bad days, and other than that, I just had shortness of breath, and I was on a little nebulizer thing, and but once I got over it, I've got over it. I got it in between my 2 vaccines. I got the first vaccine, turned around, and got COVID, then I got the second vaccine.
Wow. I think the problem we had was I thought it was a cardiac issue because I've had heart problems in the past.
Right.
I didn't realize what it was for almost a week. And then we finally figured out what it was. It was already full blown and a problem.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better.
I'm glad you're doing better too. So I will wait till we get something from the court. We'll get a reset, and then I'll talk to the prosecutor, see if we can get it worked out.
Yeah, the prosecutor, what's the charge?
Speeding and open container.
Okay. Alleged speeding and alleged open container.
Well, that's what the charge is. I mean,
Yeah, I know. All right, Dave. Well, good seeing you. Glad you're feeling better. And now you can leave the meeting, and we'll get you some paperwork.
sounds great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You bet. Take care of yourself.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Mark, you take that to Vicky and tell her to read my notes. Okay. Who's on the phone? 496. Whoever you are, you need to unmute.
Hello.
Hello, who's on the line, please?
This is Joshua Garcia.
Joshua Garcia?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia, hold on just a minute. Let me get your file. Or files. Mr. Garcia, you have 3 cases which have been alleged. Are you going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Yes.
I can't see you, so I can't have you raise your right hand and swear you in, but I just ask you, you're going to tell me the truth. Okay, Mr. Garcia, you're charged with driving while license invalid, speeding 48 and a 20 mile, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I do.
Okay, to that offense, or these offenses, Mr. Garcia, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
I do.
And to the offense of driving while license invalid, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
To the speeding violation, how do you plead?
I'm on that one. I really don't believe I was going that fast, but I'm not sure how I could really
Well, I mean,
prove that.
you take it to trial with Officer Perez and see what he has to say. I mean, that's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just telling you, you've got those 3 charges: guilty, not guilty, and no contest.
Well, because I don't see how I could prove anything, so I guess I'll just do no contest.
And to the possession of drug paraphernalia case, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. Do you have your license back yet?
No, sir.
Is this your first drug-related offense?
I believe so. I may have had something when I was much younger.
How old are you
Under
now?
18. I'm 26. For the record, I wasn't aware that was in the vehicle, but I mean, I guess that doesn't matter.
Well, how did it get there if it's your vehicle?
Just people that I'm with. I was coming from the park. There was a bunch of stuff in my car from multiple people that I've let use it and things like that. So I was very surprised.
Are you working?
And to my understanding, it was they said it was a marijuana pipe, and I didn't know that was there, but it was there.
Okay. Well, on the driving while license invalid case, Mr. Garcia, the fine and court cost is $485. On the speeding case, it's $274. Were you able to pay those amounts today?
No, sir, I cannot.
Are you working?
I am self-employed.
And what do you do?
I do all sorts of home renovations and landscaping, somewhat of a jack of all trades.
Okay, good for you.
Thank you.
Well, on the drug paraphernalia case, Mr. Garcia, I can consider probating you on that case, but the fees are going to be $340 on that case to try to keep it off of your record if you're concerned about your record. The $340 needs to be paid up front. If you don't have it today, I can give you a reset to pay that.
Okay. How long would the reset be? How long would I have to get that together?
How long do you think you need?
Well, it's very difficult to say at this moment because just the market has been a little slower than usual, at least for me. The wood prices are going up and things. So anyway, it's hard to gauge, but I do have jobs lined up.
Are you still
Say a
driving,
month?
still driving on that suspended license though?
No, sir. I in fact don't even have the vehicle anymore. I just have I don't have that vehicle, and my family that I work with, they just drive. So.
Okay. But how long do you need to pay the $340?
I guess a safe bet would be something like a month. I may be able to pay it much sooner than that. Like I said, it's just hard to gauge that.
Okay. I'm gonna give you till July the 6th.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Give you till July the 6th. That gives you a lot more time than you asked for.
Well, thank you very much.
You can pay it any time prior to July 6th, but July 6th is your deadline.
Okay, and you said probate it. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
It's called deferred disposition. What that means is that if you do everything you're supposed to, primarily, don't have any drug or alcohol offenses within the 6-month period when the deferred starts, then the case can possibly be dismissed. You'll also have to do 6 hours of community service at any nonprofit or charitable organization that you can find. I don't tell you where to go because you know what your schedule is. I don't. So, but you don't do the community service until after you pay the $340.
Okay, so a Goodwill or something like that would work.
Pardon me,
Probably.
sorry?
A Goodwill or something like that would.
Goodwill, a church, food bank, but don't do the hours until you pay your fees. And then on the other 2 cases, for the speeding and the driving while license invalid case, I'll give you 30 days to pay those. If you can't pay them in 30 days, you'll need to contact the clerk's office, make some sort of substantial payment within that 30-day period, and then they can put you on a payment plan for the balance. The worst thing you can do, Mr. Garcia, is ignore this going forward. Because if you ignore it, then we get, number one, you don't get the deferred on the paraphernalia case. And number two, more fees get added and, it just gets a lot more expensive for you. I would just recommend that you pay attention to this. I'm gonna have you talk to one of the ladies in the clerk's office so that you can confirm your address, phone number, and email address. And once you talk to them, you can leave the meeting, and they will send you paperwork about when payments are due, not only on the drug case, but also on the other two traffic violations. All right?
Okay. Sounds
So
good.
when you see the prompt, go ahead and hit that. You'll be connected to Z or to Nancy.
All righty.
Okay, well, good luck to you. Hello, sir. Can you tell me your name? You just need to unmute.
Oh, there you go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Irving Guzman.
Guzman. Okay, Mr. Guzman,
Yes, sir.
raise your hand, please. Right hand. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Guzman, you're charged with speeding 50 in a 35-mile zone. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
To that offense, Mr. Guzman, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
If I'm not mistaken, yes, sir.
Well, to the offense of speeding 50 in a 35-mile zone, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
No contest. The fine and court cost is $209, Mr. Guzman, or if you're eligible and want to take defensive driving, you can do that to try to keep it off of your record.
So that's the situation. They told me that I cannot do the driving course anymore because I already did it twice under 1 year. I do have my license now, and I do have insurance under my name, and I don't know if that helps or what can I do to keep it off my record.
Well, you can't do defensive driving. They're correct. So you already took it twice in a year. Some courts should not have given you the other one. Where'd you get those citations?
It was Live Oak, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's where we are right now. So you took defensive driving for a case here before?
What was that?
You took defensive driving for a case here before?
Yeah.
And where'd you take the other one?
I'm trying to remember, but I don't quite remember, to be honest. Because yeah, I don't remember. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you just need to pay the fine and court cost on this case, which is $209.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to pay that today?
Yes, sir.
And whatever's causing you to get all these citations, you need to slow down.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in just a second, you're gonna see a prompt on your phone. You on a phone or computer?
Phone.
Okay. See a prompt to join a breakout room, and you'll talk to either Z or Nancy, and you give them your payment information. That'll close the case. Okay.
One question. So it's gonna stay on my record, right?
Yes, sir. This one will. So I say you need to drive careful from going forward.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Judge, can I come in there? Can I come in there a minute? I got a question for you.
Sure. Let me mute myself. Hey, Ms. Morales, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. T-O-R-I, Morales. Morales. You go by Victoria?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Hey, Ms. Morales, raise your right hand for me, please. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. Hey, Ms. Morales, I placed you on deferred disposition on this case on November the 17th. We had to have a show cause hearing to get your community service turned in, but you did get it turned in.
Mhm.
My only question to you is, since November 17th, have you been cited for any other offenses involving either drugs or alcohol?
No.
Okay, Ms. Morales, you are free to leave the meeting. It'll be dismissed.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Is on the phone ending in 211.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Can you give me your name, please?
My name is Renee Eugene Villarreal Albi.
Villarreal Albi?
Yes, sir.
Hang on, we're trying to find your files.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how should I address you? Villarreal Albi or Villarreal or Albi? Or
Villarreal will work, or however you prefer. Either way, I get a lot of people tell me either way. So.
I'll just go with Villarreal then.
Okay.
Villarreal, I can't see you, but I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You going to tell me the truth of the questions I ask you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Villarreal, you're charged with running a red light and also expired registration. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what the charges are?
Yes, sir.
To those offenses, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes, sir.
To the offense of expired registration, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I'm guilty on that one. I've known about that. I know better. I should have just taken care of it.
Have you gotten it fixed now?
Oh no, I don't really. It's my Harley, so I don't really ride much. These are the rare days that I do ride. So I will though eventually. I don't ride much. So. My vehicles, yes, they all have registration. They're all up to date. I don't.
We're talking about this, about your Harley.
Yes, no, I haven't yet, and I have not ridden it since. So.
And on the red light violation that's alleged, how do you plead on that case?
I'm not guilty.
Okay. On that case, do you want to have a trial with a judge or a jury?
Let's see. I would think jury, right? Wouldn't that be other people that would?
It's up to you. With a jury, you'll pick 6 people. You and the prosecutor will pick 6 people out of a group of about 20 people to hear the case. If you want a non-jury case, I hear the evidence and I make the decision.
Yes, I would. Yes, trial by jury will work.
Okay. What we're going to do, Mr. Villarreal, is we're going to set you for a pretrial hearing. And at the pretrial hearing, and we're going to go live, so in the future, you'll need to come up to the court. But in the pretrial hearing, you'll talk to our prosecutor, Cynthia Trevino, about the pretrial issues. We will email you a copy of pretrial order and a copy of the complaint. The complaint's that document that actually charges you with the offense, and it's generated from the citation. So, and once we have that, we'll try to get you on a jury trial docket where you can hear your case. It's probably going to be a couple of 3 months before we can get to you, just because we have a backlog from COVID. But
I understand. As long as I can get a warrant after my arrest, I haven't had a ticket in quite a few years, probably 3.
Now, so long as you make your appearances when you're supposed to, Mr. Villarreal, you not be arrested. On the registration case, though, the fine in court cost is $146. Are you able to pay that today?
Yeah, I can pay that.
Okay, in just a minute, you're going to see a prompt on your screen.
Okay.
You make your payment through one of the clerks that you're going to talk to, either Z or Nancy. And
The
Z, just the letter Z, call her that for short. And
is there? Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
no, what do you want to ask?
I'm just curious. So the no registration on the bike's new to me. The officer said, hey, he was real cool. We understood everything that was going on. He explained everything very well. He told me, hey, if you get your registration, they'll probably drop it. And I said, okay. So now I'm asking you, is that an option?
Had you gotten it done before today, you could have gotten it dismissed with a $20 dismissal fee.
Oh, that's cool now. I didn't know. That's why I waited to ask. I had no idea. Okay. Well,
So
I guess.
I'm gonna have you talk to the ladies in the clerk's office. You can give them the payment information. You also give them your current address, phone number, and email address so that we can email you the pretrial order and a copy of the complaint. All right?
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Go ahead and get that registration done before you take the bike out again.
Oh yeah. I don't really even drive it much. I usually just go get diapers and stuff in it. I don't really ride too hard. So.
Okay. All right, Mr. Henry.
Anyways, I didn't receive anything on my phone that I was looking for.
Okay, you should see it here in just a minute. Clerk's going to send it to you.
Okay. So if not, is there a number I can call?
Never mind. That's cool. Let's see. So far I'm cool and Daniel. Okay, Mr. Avila, are you there somewhere? There you are. I should have had his car impounded. Okay.
Hello?
Mr. Avila, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Avila, raise your right hand for me, please. solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. Mr. Avila, you have 3 cases which have been filed against you. 1 for no driver's license, 1 for no insurance, and 1 for having an unrestrained child in your vehicle. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
To each of those cases, Mr. Avila, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean? Okay, you locked up. Up. Mr. Avila, you're muted and locked up right now. So if you're trying to talk, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Barely, because you must be in a bad spot for your cell service.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I got a very bad signal out here.
Yeah. Well, you probably need to move closer to a window or even outside.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Avila, you said you understood what those 3 pleas mean? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
To the offense of no driver's license, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty?
Guilty for the no driver's license. What about the no insurance or failure to maintain financial responsibility? How do you plead on that case?
Guilty.
And on the allowing an unrestrained child to ride,
Guilty.
how old was the child?
2.
So you're allowing a 2-year-old to ride unrestrained? And you don't have a driver's license or proof of insurance?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? My thing, it was disconnecting.
Just a what? I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that, please? My Wi-Fi is it's messing up.
Okay. So you allowed a 2-year-old to ride in your vehicle without being restrained, and you don't have a driver's license or insurance. Is that correct?
Yes. I wasn't thinking at the moment, and my wife was in the back seat with her. She was seatbelt in the seat.
Why don't you have a driver's license?
I'm working on it. Also, I'm working on the insurance too at the moment. It's just it's been kind of hard money wise and stuff.
Okay, Mr. Avila, the fine and court costs on the no driver's license is $250. On the no insurance is $325, and on the child safety issue is $175. So you're going to owe a total of $750. Are you able to pay that today?
I can't pay the full amount, but I could put a payment.
Okay. The most time I can give you, Mr. Avila, is 30 days to pay them. I know that's a lot of money. You probably cannot pay it in 30 days, but you need to make some substantial payments within that 30-day period. And then when you get to 30 days, whatever the balance is, they can put you on a payment plan.
Okay.
The main thing you don't want to do, Mr. Avila, is to ignore this going forward, because if you do that, then you're going to get additional fees and possibly even a warrant. So long as you stay in touch with us, there won't be any more fees and won't be any warrants. But if you...
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, in a minute, Mr. Avila, you're going to be connected. You're going to see a prompt on your screen to talk to either Nancy or Z. Those are 2 of our court clerks. You can make your partial payment to them and also provide them with your updated email address, phone number, and physical address.
Okay.
You got all that?
Yes. With the payment, my wife. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. It keeps disconnecting. With the payment, my wife has her credit card right now, but I will have to wait for her to get back from work.
Okay. We'll call it in later today or tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. But you still need to talk to the court clerks and give them your current email address, phone number, and address. All right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in the backyard. I'm trying to get the best signal as possible.
Okay, well, you're going to talk to the court clerk here in just a minute. So when you see that prompt on your phone, hit that and you'll be connected to a waiting room.
Okay.
You see that prompt?
I don't see it.
Okay, Vicky, have you sent it to him?
Yes, sir.
It should be there somewhere, Mr. Avila, on your screen.
Let me see. Court clerk.
Yes, that's it. Hit it.
I'm clicking it, but nothing's going on.
Keep trying. Vicky, can you help him out there?
I don't think so, since it's waiting for him to join the breakout room. I think that's what he needs to look for, is to join a breakout room.
Did you hear that, Mr. Avila?
Yeah, I'm clicking it, but nothing's popping up still.
Okay. They just need to keep moving around your backyard until you get good reception.
Still nothing. I'm walking around.
Okay, why don't you try calling back in? Try to join Zoom again, and then they can just put you directly in the breakout room.
Okay. From the same PIN number?
Yes, sir. So, do everything just like you did before.
Okay. I'll call back right now.
Okay, thank you. Arthur's Galaxy 59. Morning, sir. You're muted, so I can't hear you. I'm thinking this gentleman may be a Spanish speaker, because just from reading his lips. Okay, just go ahead and unmute.
Hello, can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, I can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That's wrong.
I'm sorry, I was driving at the moment. I'm just going to pull over, but please proceed.
Well, no, I can't proceed until you pull over and stop. But you can tell me your
Okay.
last name. Tell me your full name so we can pull your file.
Arthur Gerard Delgado.
Mr. Delgado, okay.
And I am parked.
Okay, Mr. Delgado. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes,
solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, thank you. You may put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Delgado, you're charged with speeding 38 in a 20-mile zone. Do you understand what the charge is?
Yes,
To that offense, Mr. Delgado, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
yes,
And to the offense of speeding 38 in a 20-mile zone, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest.
Okay, the fine in court cost is $224, or if you're eligible and wish to do so, you may be able to take a defensive driving class and keep it off of your record.
I would very much like to do that, please.
Okay. Well, the court costs are $144. Are you able to pay that today?
Yes,
Okay. How close are you to being somewhere where you can email us your proof of insurance? We have your driver's license. So we're just gonna need to get a copy of your insurance.
I can pull it up on my phone and send it in an email if that's appropriate.
That's fine.
Okay, I can probably do that in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have you, okay, so. See. All right, Mr. Delgado, I'm gonna have you go ahead and talk to one of our court clerks so that you can give them the payment information and they can give you our email address. And then as soon as you can get that insurance to us. Now, once you pay your fees and we have your we've got your driver's license and we have your insurance, then you'll have 90 days from today's date to take the defensive driving class and turn in your paperwork. Your paperwork's gonna be your completion certificate from whatever class you attend or watch online, and a copy of your driving history, which you have to obtain from the Department of Public Safety. The driving history, that also online, costs you $12. The class is going to cost you $25 to $30. Get everything turned in within 90 days and we can dismiss the case.
Okay, sounds great.
So you're going to see a prompt there to join a breakout room or talk to one of the clerks. When you see that, go ahead and hit that and they'll get you squared away, and then you send the insurance in a little bit.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hit that prompt though.
I haven't seen one yet. Sorry.
Okay, well, it'll be there in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I guess so. I still got this. That needs to go. That was this gentleman. So, Nancy, can you have somebody interpret what?
I have Mr. Avila again.
Okay, throw him right in with Z or Nancy.
I gotta wait for Nancy to get back because Z's already got somebody.
She's on her horse.
I'm not sure if he's hitting join breakout room.
Okay, Mr. Avila, you need to see if you can find that join breakout room.
Looks like we lost him again, sir.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Daniel, do you see anything that says join breakout room?
Join breakout room?
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah.
Hello, who's on the line, please, or trying to get on the line? Okay, AASXATIGGE. Oh, sir, can you hear me? Okay, just unmute and you'll be good. Okay, can you tell me your name, sir?
Michael Barajas.
Michael Barajas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Barajas, hold on just a second. Let's pull your file.
All right.
Mr. Barajas, raise your right hand for me, please.
Hello?
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
And you may put your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Barajas, you're charged with the offense of public intoxication. Do you understand what the charge is?
Yes, sir.
To that offense, Mr. Barajas, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
And then to the offense of public intoxication, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Is this your first alcohol-related offense?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. And where did this happen?
It was at the Quick Trip, right by my house.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Barajas, first offense, I can consider probating you on the case. So try to keep it off your record, if that would be of interest to you.
Yes, sir. It would.
I can place you on deferred disposition for a period of 120 days, meaning that you're going to need to go 120 days without having any other alcohol or drug-related offenses. You'll also end up doing 6 hours of community service within 60 days, and you pay the deferral fees of $340.
Okay.
Get everything done, stay clean, don't have too many cervezas or whatever it was that got you in this mess, and we can dismiss the case at the end of the 120 days.
Okay.
Are you able to pay the $340 today?
No, sir. I am not.
Okay. How long do you need to do that, to get that together?
2 weeks at the most.
Are you working, Mr. Barajas?
Yes, sir, I am.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a manager for Whataburger.
Okay, good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Barajas, I'm going to allow you until July the 6th to pay this. You can certainly take care of it ahead of time.
Okay.
Your deferral period will start when you make your payment.
Okay.
And then you'll pay the $340, be on deferred for a period of 120 days. You'll have 60 days to do the community service. Community service can be at any nonprofit or charitable organization. You pick it out.
Okay.
I don't know what your schedule is, so you know what's available to you around where you live. If you want to do food bank, a church,
Okay.
a sports organization, youth sports, maybe work the concession stand a couple of Saturdays, something like that for them. Anyway, we're going to send you, or I'm going to have you connect with one of our court clerks here in just a second.
Okay.
So you can give her your updated email address, phone number, and physical address. We will email you the order that gives you until July 7th to pay it.
Okay.
One thing you don't want to do, Mr. Barajas, is when you're ready to pay it, don't just go online and pay it, because if you go online at the city website, it'll go as a conviction. So when you're ready to pay, call the court and make sure you give the payment information to one of the ladies here.
Okay.
All right. So you're
Yes,
going to see a prompt there in a second. So when you see that, go ahead and hit that, and you'll talk to either Z or Nancy.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Barajas. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, get that to Vicky. So that also there's a question on there. And we have a phone number.
Hello.
No, who's on the line, please?
My name is Artemio Hernandez.
Antonio Hernandez?
No, Artemio, Artemio.
Okay, Octavios. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. And I guess I have court today because I didn't make the payment.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. Let me get your file here. That way I know
Okay.
what we're talking about. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, can I ask you a few questions? You gonna tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, looks like you had a total of $539 due. You made a payment, made a few payments of $35 and a couple of $5 and
Yeah, when I had got the ticket, I had ended up leaving my last company, sir, and I was out of work for like 4 months. And then I got like another job, and I wasn't there that long. I was there like maybe 3 months, but yeah, I was at that job. I wasn't getting paid good, so I really wasn't making like too much of big payments. And then I ended up leaving that job, and like I just started this other job, but I broke my hand. I've been out of work for a while, and I showed up yesterday to the courthouse to like go show them like why I've been out of work. And she just told me like, well, if I can't afford to make the payment, then to do this virtual thing. So that's why I'm here today.
Vicky, do you know how much Mr. Hernandez still owes?
Yes, sir, $439.
Okay, well, Mr. Hernandez, when do you think you'll be able to start making payments again?
Well, I still got like 30 days. Well, I still have a month exactly to be on my cash, but I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow, so, and I won't get paid for like 2 weeks. So I'm not too sure, like, you know. My first paycheck won't come in until 2 weeks.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you till July the 20th.
Nah.
To
Excuse me,
pay
sorry. Okay.
230, July 30th to pay $239 of it. And then until
Okay, July 30th.
July 20th,
Okay, July 20th.
to pay $239, and then I'm gonna give you until September 17th to pay the balance of 200.
Okay.
That should give you some breathing room.
You're gonna do what?
I said that should give you some breathing room.
Yeah, it will.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do, Mr. Hernandez. You're gonna see a prompt on your screen in just a minute. So you can talk to one of our court clerks, give them your current email address, physical address, and phone number, and we will send you an email with this payment schedule on it, okay?
Okay.
So when you see that prompt on your phone to go to a waiting room or a breakout room with the clerks, hit that, and you can go see them. Okay. Rudy's back there somewhere? Quinn Gonzalez. Like Quinn the Eskimo. Nancy, is that somebody up front? Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, hold on just a minute. Nancy, hold on. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me, sir? Okay, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Doesn't show you're muted, though. Maybe it's on your headset.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Now I can hear you. Okay, but say something now, because now I can.
Hello?
Yes, now I can hear you. Apparently the problem's with your headset. Okay,
My mistake.
Mr. Gonzalez, raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I swear.
Okay, thank you. You may put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with speeding 47 in a 30-mile zone. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To that offense, Mr. Gonzalez, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
No, sir.
Guilty means you're going to admit to me that you were speeding 47 in a 30-mile zone. Not guilty means you're going to tell me, no, Judge, I was not speeding, and I want the state to prove the case against me if they're able to do so. And no contest means, well, Judge, I'm not going to tell you I did, but I'm not going to tell you I didn't. You got all that? Okay, you're locked. Your screen's locked up. You look like a statue. Ms. Gonzalez, your screen is locked up. If you can hear me, you need to jiggle some buttons or do whatever you need to do because we don't have a good transmission between us. This dude is,
517 is when I sent the email.
I'm sorry.
You said that's when I sent
Yeah,
the email.
right.
512. Oh, it's cold in here.
So about this Friday, it'll be revoked. Because, no, that was last Friday. Last Friday would have been,
Yeah, it was Monday. I sent it just to try to get them again.
no, the 10th was a Monday, so this was a Wednesday.
This is the 18th. So did I say the 12th?
No, you said the 12th.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you. You need to hit whatever button you hit before. I'm not able to hear you. Okay, now I am. I think it may be with your headset, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm not sure.
Okay, 1 second, sir. I'll fix this. There we
Yeah, let's try it without the headset. Okay, say something. Let's try it again.
Hello?
Yeah, it's in your microphone. Your Star Wars microphone. Okay, say something so I'll know if you can.
Hello?
Okay. Okay. So I explained the three pleas to you. So to speeding, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I'm sorry, sir. When you were trying to explain the three things to me, the internet disconnected me.
Okay. Guilty means you
I'm sorry.
admit that you committed the offense. Not guilty says, nope, I didn't do that. I want the state to prove the case against me if they're able to do so. And no contest means I'm not going to tell you I did it, but I'm not going to tell you I didn't do it.
Well, I have no excuse. I plead guilty.
Okay. The fine of court costs is $219, or if you're eligible and wish to do so, you may take a defensive driving class and try to keep it off of your record. Is that something you'd be interested in doing?
Yes, sir. I'll take the driving class.
Okay. The court costs that need to be paid up front are $144. Are you able to pay that today?
How much, sir?
$144.
I can do that, sir.
Okay. I'm going to have you talk to one of our court clerks. Because we're going to need a copy of your driver's license and proof of insurance also. So you'll make your payment today, and then you can email us your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Of course.
When you talk to the clerks, they'll make sure you have our email address so you can send your driver's license and insurance. They can take your payment, and then once you make that payment, you'll have 90 days from today to take the defensive driving class and also obtain a copy of your driving history from the Department of Public Safety. You can do everything online. You can take the class online. You can get your driving history online. Make sure it's turned in within 90 days. And if that's done, then the case can be dismissed.
I understand.
Okay. Well, you're going to see a prompt there in a minute. When you see that, hit that, and you'll talk to either Z or Nancy. Those are two of our court clerks, okay?
Of course. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you. Hope you get a better headset.
I guess that's it for the morning session.
Well, it's only
Yeah, because
11.
we set them, this last group is all set for 11 o'clock. But I know we can still have people logging in.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go anywhere. I got stuff to sign here. So, okay. And let me see. on this.